So it seems that even more shocking video footage and his old other posts have resurfaced, guys, and a lot of this stuff is just, again, I have no words to describe them because they're just awful. They're absolutely awful. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hopefully you guys are doing well, back at it again with daily and consistent content injected. And let's get straight into this video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button. There is a lot going on when it comes to this story. Never have I ever reported so much on this. The amount of progressive updates that I'm seeing that all directly relates to this unfortunate tragedy is ridiculous. But of course, I'm attempting to stay on top of all of it just to give you guys quick updates and sometimes even long updates on what is going on. There is just a lot. And it seems that a situation like this, it makes sense for me to speak a lot about it because not only is there unfortunate tragedy and then of course a death rises, but then when it comes from a legal technicality, the lawsuits and what they're going to do, the effects of the lawsuits, whether it be, criminal charges and manslaughter, there's just a lot of different interweaving webs to this story. So the progressive updates, it does make sense, but there's just a lot of stuff going on. But these resurfaced videos and pictures, I didn't expect any of this. So a video has resurfaced, and I think this has been circulating for the last 48 hours. Some of you guys may already know of this. But a video has resurfaced of him doing an interview talking about the fact that he needs the blood from his fans. Yes, you're hearing the words that I'm saying. He needs the blood, and the guys are like, "Well, whose blood? Your blood?" Travis like, "No, not my blood, but like the fans."
It's another level. Yeah, with Travis Scott's on stage.
Like, I'm not like the guy that got like, I had the backup dancers. I ain't got the drummers and that.
No.
I'm all about the blood. We got to turn up.
The blood.
It's all about rage and just like
who's bleeding on stage?
I mean, I'm not bleeding, but the fans are like.
Then he says like, "I need the bodies." So it's just bizarre for him to actually say this in an interview.
All about rage and just like that.
Who's bleeding on stage?
I mean, I'm not bleeding, but the fans are like
I feel you.
giving their bodies.
Right.
It's like,
why does he want the fans? Like, why do you want the bodies? Why do you want the blood? What is that all about? Why are there old interviews of you saying all this stuff re-emerging and resurfacing? It's not about him being exposed because this content has been there in the internet timeline. But why is all of this being resurfaced, and what does it mean, and why are you saying all of this, and why wasn't it an issue prior, ages ago? I don't understand why. But for you to be saying stuff like this, it just gives the lawyers in the opposition a lot of ammunition. They have a lot of ammunition for the fact that this is what you want and you desire. And you've said this out of your own words, that this is what you look for. And for you to even look for that and want that is absolutely bizarre. I have no idea what Miss Jenna even saw in you, sees in you. It's just bizarre as an artist for something that this is what you want. You want your fans' blood and this and that. What the hell are you talking about? I don't understand. And of course, even more Instagram posts. I did an initial video on this, have been resurfaced as well, where he has a post that says "Only some make it," sees a girl that's being carried on by security guards. Then another one says, "Last day of tour tonight was very wild. To that kid who blacked out, you're a hero." Why is the kid who blacked out a hero? Why is he being celebrated by you for struggling, for passing out, for blacking out, for fainting, for having their health in jeopardy? They become a hero, but yet you're distraught at the 9 people who've unfortunately passed away. I don't even think you are, by the attitude that you have been carrying. Do you understand? Certain artists who may have been in this person's predicament, and they're not going to have their old past or old pictures or whatever, trying to delete them, and videos coming out of them being happy and jubilant at people passing away in the crowds or fainting or whatever. Like, nobody. So that's why it makes it even more sketch that it's actually him, and that of course he's obviously been charged with stuff like this previously. But the fact that you want the blood and stuff like that, and you're happy that the people that have passed out are heroes, only some make it, as you're taking a picture of a fan who's been dragged out by security because they have fainted or are in difficulty. What kind of nonsense is this? What are we even discussing? Who are we even talking about? Who is this man? It is so bizarre. This person, his ideology and stuff like this is insane. And for anybody to say, I think even his lawyers were saying, Eddie McPherson, I even know the damn lawyer's name, how much I've covered of this damn story, talking about how he's changed or whatever, he was young or whatever then. And if he's 30 now, and that happened, I don't know what, 6, 7, 8 years ago. You were 22, 23. So I don't think there was you should have known by then, if anything, about 30. Now you've suddenly changed. I don't think you have. That interview and those words you were saying were very scary. And the pictures, even more that have been resurfaced, make no sense at all and are absolutely bizarre and scary as well. This man needs help. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way, because I don't like to do that when it comes to anybody's mental health, regardless of whether we like them or don't. As somebody who graduated in clinical psychology, and cognitive neuroscience. Like, this is my, like, I really hold mental health to a value, and stuff like this I find to be very troubling. I don't think this man ever deserved a platform. I don't think this man ever deserved a platform for his music, for nothing at all. From the way he treats people, from the desire of seeing one's blood and pain, I think is extremely worrying and weird. And then to have these events take place, and you know, I don't know how the fans are still defending him. This man is indefensible. Do you understand? Because if I show you a video, if I put it, I'm not going to do it. But if I did it, it would irritate a lot of people and shock you guys and shake your soul. If I actually got a clip of a video of some of the parents crying for their lost children who have passed away, I think that it would really trouble you to see the pain that a lot of people are going through. So I feel like those who are attempting to defend him in any capacity, not because of what he might or might not have seen, that's different, but for the fact that his past clearly shows who he really is, I think you have very low empathy, and I think you're being very selfish. Because if it was your mum, your brother, or your sister that had passed away, I think you'd have a very different attitude. Now, I understand the conversation of sacrifice that a lot of people are trying to have. I want to add this to the video as well. I've seen a lot of this stuff, and I haven't touched on this. That's one thing that you realize that I have not done when it comes to me doing all of these updates. I haven't touched on demonic rituals of sacrifice, stuff like that. Now, on one hand, this potentially could be true. You know, I'm not arguing that it couldn't. There's a lot of the world that we don't know about, and there's a lot of freaky crap that goes on. But the other hand, I do feel like, especially so soon, speaking about sacrifices and rituals and demonic stuff that are taking place, I think it's such a disrespect to those who have lost their lives. To the 9 people who have lost their lives. Now, a lot of people are probably watching this thinking that, you know, we're just talking about it, whatever. If that was your mum that had passed away and somebody's talking about how your mum's a sacrifice, you would be irritated. Let's not lie. Just pause for a minute. If it was your mum, your brother, your sister, your dad, and people are talking about sacrifices, you're like, my mum and dad have died, let me grieve. Do you understand? That's somewhat touching on those theories and adding that to anything, because I feel like, you know, people have passed away. We need to, and we can report on topics without being disrespectful to the lives that have lost, and we need to center them in every topic that we can, because the victims are those that are centered to this entire situation and deserve the most help. But I just feel like I haven't touched on that. I don't wish to as of right now. But I can see why people would think that, because the world is very shady and shifty and we don't know what's going on. So I can see both sides of the coin, and hopefully you guys can as well. But yeah, this is bizarre. Like, this has got me working in overtime. Like, I didn't expect this. An interview coming out of you talking about, oh, you know, you want their blood. Why would you say that? I have no idea. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to all of this, as you guys always do. Comment down below, subscribe, and click that button. I would appreciate it. If you haven't already, click that button. Let's get to 250,000 subscribers, guys. I feel like I deserve it. I've been working overtime, especially on this topic. I give you guys fresh content every single day without fail. I am a one-man team. Just click that button. There's nobody behind the camera and only one person in front of the camera. Subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Click the notifications bell so you guys know when I'm coming to you with these videos, and like the video as well. I would appreciate it, and I will catch you guys soon for another video. This is just